volleyball losing 3.
They did not have their act together.
Yeah.
It looked really good at first.
Crawford's pretty good though this year.
Somebody opened a different door.
Morning.
How's it going? Good, you? How's everything down south? How's everything down south?
Hello and welcome. It is a chilly Friday night from Hay Springs, Nebraska, and a Class D2. Between Highway 21 and 19 Hay Springs. Hello again, everybody. Both of these bringing in 3 and 2 races on the 2014 campaign. Hay Springs trio of losses and to some championship runs.
Your dad get a pretty good bull? Did he? About 350. You got some pictures of him?
Testing 1, 2. We are live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sheridan County Journal-Star.net coverage of Hay Springs Hawk Football 2014. We are just under 17 minutes away from the opening kickoff of tonight's game between the visiting Crawford Rams and the hometown Hay Springs Hawks. It's homecoming night here in Hay Springs. Earlier this afternoon, the Crawford Rams and the Hay Springs Hawks got together on the volleyball court, with the Crawford Rams taking a 3-0 sweep of the Hay Springs Hawks earlier this afternoon. We are just about 16 minutes away from the opening kick of football action. Glad to have you with us on Sheridan County Journal-Star.net coverage of the Hay Springs Hawks here in 2014. Make sure you say thank you to tonight's fine sponsors of our football action. Those sponsors: Sandhills State Bank, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Monster Brew, Security First Bank, Physical Therapy West, and Modern Farm Equipment. And it is Parents' Night. In addition to all of the homecoming festivities, we'll bring that to you as we get just a little bit closer and get ready for the introductions of the parents. And I would assume that'll be coming up here very, very shortly. At Sandhills State Bank, we didn't set out to build something new. We just wanted to create a bank that was a good fit in our communities. Locally owned by families who wanted to invest in their hometowns, we do what's best for the people and places that we love. For instance, right now you can get 0.75 APY on a 6-month CD when you open a new checking account. Just our way of saying thank you. Sandhills State Bank with full-service branch locations in Hay Springs, Harrison, and Alliance. Visit sandhillsstate.com, member FDIC. Farm Bureau Financial Services agents Ted and Rhonda Basagio protect your future and your livelihood. They have offices in Gordon, Hay Springs, and Alliance. Give them a call at 638-4566. And the Monster Brew Coffee in downtown Hay Springs is your full-service coffee shop, offering lattes, cappuccinos, smoothies, and much, much more. They're open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., and they're located just north of Mac's Restaurant. And the Security First Bank is your hometown bank, proudly supporting the Hay Springs Hawks. They're FDIC insured and an equal opportunity lender. Security First Bank, a relationship you can count on. 13.5 minutes to the opening kick. We'll step aside for a word from our sponsors.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer. Don't live with pain, and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
Smart farmers see beyond their fields. They see what quality grain and production does for their bottom lines, how it impacts economic development, and the well-being of people in their local communities and around the world. We're committed, along with our dealers, to innovation and service to help you get the job done right.
Get the smartest value of the season at the Value Bonanza sales event. Visit your authorized dealer today.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 2014 Hay Springs Homecoming/Parents Night. I'd like to start by introducing the freshman football players. The first freshman, Wesley Telestis, with his parents, Les and Peggy Telestis. Tony Tooth, with his parents, Charles and Nicole Tooth. And the last freshman, Thomas Sherbar, and with his parents, Tim Sherbar and Sally Cormody. All right, now sophomores, Drew Letcher, the son of Linda Letcher and the late Carla Letcher. Garrett Wires, the son of Neil and Twyla Wires. And Nathan Tobiason, son of Trent and Tammy Tobiason. Now the juniors, Dakota Hiding with his dad, Pat Hiding, also the son of the late Lori Hiding. Austin Reed, the son of Ron and Marilyn Reed. Jake Johnson, the son of Brad and Brenda Johnson. Tyler Merritt, the son of Shane Merritt and Stephanie Merritt. All right, seniors, Chris and Levi Ray, the sons of Randy and Dee Dee Ray. Seth Novak, son of Sean and Karen Novak and Teresa Novak. Nate Letcher, the son of Vernon and Sheila Letcher. Riley Abbott, the son of Jim and Sandy Abbott. Colton and Caleb Marks, the sons of Gail and Kim Marks. Jordan Insignia, the son of David Insignia and Jennifer Wolf. Eli Badge, the son of Chris and Jason Badge. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 2014 version of Hay Springs football. Can we get a big round for them and their parents? All right, thank you all. Wait. Seniors need to say with a picture for their coaches. Let's make it snappy, please.
So just over 8 minutes left to go before the opening kickoff. Homecoming, Parents' Night activities out of the way, and we're looking forward to a matchup between the Hay Springs Hawks and the visiting Crawford Rams. Thanks again for joining us on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net coverage of Hay Springs Hawks Sports 2014.
Can I talk now, Joy? This month is Cancer Awareness Month. Millions of women are affected by breast cancer worldwide, but breast cancer does not only affect women, but can affect men as well. Worldwide, 1.7 million new breast cancer incidents were diagnosed in 2012. And it is estimated that in the United States, about 40,000 women will die from cancer in 2014. Well, that is alone a grim news. In the United States alone, there are 2.8 million breast cancer survivors. Early detection, medical advances, and overall awareness of breast cancer have helped improve the chances of women surviving through this invasive cancer. The latest data from the Nebraska Cancer Registry indicates that almost 9,000 invasive cancers were found in Nebraska in 2011. Of those 9,000, 1,300 of those diagnosed for breast cancer. Breast cancer not only affects those we have, but those around them. Many of us know someone with breast cancer, our aunts, grandmas, mothers, or sisters, or maybe even close friends. Recently at Hay Springs High School, one of our teachers has been diagnosed with this very cancer. And we know she is a strong lady. Those with breast cancer are fighters, and they will keep fighting until a cure for breast cancer is found. This was written by Quinn Tinsville. Thank you, Quinn. Welcome sports fans to tonight's homecoming matchup with the Crawford Rams on this warm, balmy evening, or at least it is up here. The starting lineups, they're visiting Crawford Rams. At end, number 24, 160-pound senior, Joe Kriz. At safety, number 11, 170-pound senior, Colton McKeel. At middle linebacker, number 84, a 230-pound junior, Taylor Alcorn. At the other end, number 76, a 260-pound junior, Caden Forbes. At linebacker, number 20, 160-pound junior, Josh Harris. At the other safety, number 19, 125-pound freshman, Blaine Flack. At the nose guard, number 77, a 290-pound freshman, Bryce Oken. At linebacker, number 54, 190-pound freshman, Trevor Welling.
So the Hay Springs Hawks win the coin toss. They elect to defer. Crawford wants the football, and the Hay Springs Hawks will be moving from north to south to start the game. Here's the starting lineups for the Hay Springs Hawks.
145-pound senior, Levi Ray. Number 13, 190-pound junior, Austin Reed. Number 17, a 215-pound senior, Seth Novak. Number 21, 165-pound senior, Nate Letcher. Number 32, 145-pound senior, Chris Ray. Number 36, 225-pound senior, Riley Abbott. And number 45, Colton Marks, 185-pound senior. And number 69, 160-pound senior, Jordan Insinia. Please rise and remove cover as the band plays the national anthem.
So we are just about ready for football here between the visiting Crawford Rams and the Hay Springs Hawks. It's homecoming here in Hay Springs. Glad to have you with us here on the Sheridan County Journal-Star.net Sports Network. Say thanks to tonight's fine sponsors, the Sandhills State Bank, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Monster Brew of Hay Springs, Security First Bank, Physical Therapy West, and Modern Farm Equipment. So as we said earlier, the Hay Springs Hawks won the coin toss. They elected to defer their decision till the second half. Crawford wants the football, and so the Hawks will be going from north to south. That's left to right across your computer screen, and they will have the breeze behind them. The flags standing out fairly stiff, good 15-mile-an-hour breeze as we get ready to get underway here. And I apologize ahead of time. This is the first game this season having to give you the play-by-play and run the camera at the same time. We'll do our level best. Hopefully we can keep everything going in the same direction. The Hawks have it teed up, and Jordan Encinia ready to approach the football, and we are underway. And that's a touchback. We'll get ready to see the Crawford Rams on offense to get this game started. So Crawford set to scrimmage from the 15-yard line. So Crawford comes out in the I formation. The give is to the fullback up the middle, brought down by Seth Novak for gain of maybe 1 on the play. Brings up second down and long for the Crawford Rams. Both of these teams come into tonight's action with a record of 3 wins and 3 losses. So it's second down and 9 for the Crawford Rams from their own 16-yard line. Rolls out to his right, pass incomplete. Intended on the play for Devin Julius, but incomplete. Quarterback Colton McKeel couldn't get it to him, and so it'll bring up 3rd down and 9. Got a lovely light pole right in our field of view. We apologize for that, but not able to get anybody in here to move that on short notice for us. McKeel takes the snap, throws it right side, and overshoots his intended target. Incomplete, trying to get it to Trevor Welling. And incomplete on the play. That'll bring up 4th down and 9 for the Crawford Rams. So good defense early on by the Hay-Springs Hawks. And the Rams will have to punt this one away. Chris Ray back deep for Hay-Springs. High snap, and the punter can't get it off. He's going to run with it. He's across the 20 and brought down at the 21-yard line. And that'll be short of the 1st down yards. Hay-Springs will have it in tremendous field position for their first offensive possession of the game. 11:19 left to go first quarter, and Hay-Springs takes over point blank range here from the 18-yard line of the Crawford Rams. Out of the eye. Rolls to his right. Ray looks, going for the end zone for Encinia. That's incomplete. Trying to keep it all going here. Quarterback Levi Ray, 2 backs in the backfield. Give us to the fullback. Up the middle, we got flags down. And it's a fumble on the play, recovered by Crawford. And we got a flag down. Let's see what this is about. Check that. That's just a beanbag. So with 11:09 left to go in the first quarter, Crawford takes over. McKeel hands it off. No gain on that play to bring up 2nd down and long.
Loss on the play, bring up 2nd and about 12.
Well, again, not a good angle here from where we're at. We certainly apologize for that. The ball at the 15-yard line. Makes it 2nd down and 12 now. McKeel goes long and way overthrows his receiver that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd down and 12 now for Crawford. So McKeel under center. One back behind him in the backfield. It's a reverse coming around the left side. Hayes Springs strings it out, diagnoses it well. They'll pick up maybe a yard on the play, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Number 10.
Good job by the Hayes Springs defense that time. Didn't over pursue, came back and tracked down the ball carrier on the misdirection on the reverse, and we'll be looking at another punt here by the Rams. Last one, I think the snap was too high. Don't believe it was intended to be a fake punt. This time it's blocked. Blocked this time. I think it was Seth Novak that got a big paw on it. Hayes Springs recovers, and they're going to say down at the 1-yard line. So a big punt block that time. I believe that was Seth Novak with the block. And the Hayes Springs now knocking at the door. 1st down and goal from the Crawford 1. So with 9 minutes and 52 seconds left to go in the first quarter, Hayes Springs goes right side. Chris Ray, he's into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, Chris Ray. Hayes Springs on the board first. 6-0 Hawks. So special teams playing a big part already in this football game as Crawford unsuccessful on 2 punts. The first one brought down after the bad snap, and the second one blocked. This time they'll hand it off to Chris Ray into the end zone for the touchdown, or for the 2-point conversion, excuse me, and that makes it 8-0 in favor of the Hawks. So 9:46 left to go first quarter. Hayes Springs on the board first, 8-0. So stop by your local Sandhills State Bank in Hayes Springs, Harrison, or Alliance to learn more about the Tumbleweed checking account and current CD specials, or visit us online at sandhillsstate.com. Sandhills State Bank, the most committed brand in banking, member FDIC. So Hayes Springs gets ready to kick it off for the second time tonight. They now lead 8-0. Jordan Encinia's got it teed up and ready to send it away.
Rams will take over 1st and 10 at their own 15.
And that'll be a touchback, and Crawford takes over at their own 15. So 9:46 to go, first quarter. Glad to bring you Hayes Springs football action from high above Hawks Field in beautiful Hayes Springs, Nebraska. McKeel takes the snap. We got flags down, and we've got a false start against the Crawford Rams. That'll cost them 5 yards, make it 1st down and 15. 9:45 to go, first quarter.
Bring up 1st and 15.
So a beautiful October evening for high school football. Glad to have you with us on this Thursday evening. McKeel hands it off inside, diagnosed well by the middle of that Hayes Springs defense, brought down for a minimal gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down, and we just can't see anything from here where we're at. 2nd down and a bunch is what we're going to call it. Ball at the 7-yard line to Crawford. Try to set up a screen pass. That's tipped, knocked down. That's Garrett Wires with a good defense that time. Got his hands up. The Crawford tried to set up a screen pass. Garrett was having none of it. Got his hands up in the air and tipped that ball away. It'll bring up 3rd down and very long. We've had a lot of clock stoppages this first quarter. Seemed the first 3 minutes taken forever. We're still above 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. So third down and call it 13 to go for Crawford here. Out of the gun is McKeel. Swing pass to the left side. That's nearly intercepted, very close. Chris Ray almost had a shot at that. Either way, it's 3 and out again, and it'll bring up another punting situation for the Crawford Rams. So Crawford has failed to get a first down on all 3 of their first quarter possessions, and another high snap on the punt. Wires in there, Hawks on the ball again at the 1 yard line. Hard to generate much offense when you only have 1 yard to go, but I think the Hawks will take it. They've got it first and goal from the 1 yard line again. .9:01 to go. And Haysprings, again, point blank range. Levi Ray turns, gives it to Chris Ray, works his way to the left and across the end zone for the touchdown. That's another Haysprings 6 points on the board, makes it 14-0. So one thing you have to say about the Haysprings Hawk offense tonight is that they are extremely efficient. Out of the eye for the 2-point conversion. Levi Ray turns, boots out to the right side, throws that pass, and it is incomplete. Incomplete. The 2-point conversion fails, and so it'll stay Haysprings 14 and Crawford 0. Farm Bureau Financial Services agents Ted and Rhonda Basagio protect your future and your livelihood. They have offices in Gordon, Haysprings, and Alliance. Give them a call at 638-4566. So the Haysprings Hawks, with all of about 5 yards of offense, lead the Crawford Rams with 8:55 left to go in the first quarter by a score of 14-0. 3 failed punt attempts by the Crawford Rams, and Haysprings taking full advantage. Ready to kick it off again. And that kick again into the end zone and another touchback. And once again, Crawford takes over on their 15-yard line. See if they can get anything going offensively. This Haysprings defense has been all over them this evening. So Colton McKeel brings them to the line. Under center, 1 man in the backfield. Handoff brought down behind the line, and that's Seth Novak again back there to bring him down. A loss on the play of about 2. Bring up 2nd down and 12. Crawford shuttling players in and out. McKeel will operate out of the gun this time. Drops back, goes long down the middle of the field, got a man there and overthrew him. There wasn't anybody within 7 yards of that receiver, and McKeel just airmailed it. Overthrew him by about 5 yards, no chance to run under that. And so with 8:11 left to go in the first quarter, it'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd down and 12 for Crawford. McKeel out of the gun again. Takes the snap and hands it off on a draw play. Nothing doing there. Hay Springs defense all over that. They'll get maybe 2 yards back to the original line of scrimmage. They'll mark it at the 15-yard line, and it'll bring up 4th down and another punting adventure for the Crawford Rams. And now flags fly before the snap. And we've got another false start. And as if things weren't bad enough for the Rams already, they'll back them up to the 5-yard line. And that's where they'll snap this punt. So 4th and 20. And this one nearly blocked, but he got it away. Lands and is going to roll dead at the 29-yard line of the Crawford Rams. So Hay Springs takes over. 7:33 left to go in the first quarter. Toss to Chris Ray, trying around the left side, flag down, brought down after a short gain on the play, picked up about 3 yards maybe, and we've got a hold on the Hawks.
Holding against the Hawks.
So that'll back Hay Springs up 10 yards. And we'll replay first down.
Bring up 1st and 20.
So they'll snap it 1st and 20 from the 39-yard line. Levi Ray under center. Blitz by Crawford. They blew that play up in a hurry as they grab Levi Ray and throw him down. Hay Springs Hawks fan not too happy about the rough treatment of their quarterback, but no flag. They'll say he lost about a half a yard on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and a whole bunch. 6:50 to go, first quarter. Levi Ray under center. Drops back. Screen pass set up to Chris Ray. Diagnosed and brought down after a short gain. Gain of about 2 is all on that play. Crawford defenders had that one figured out. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. So 3rd and 18 now for the Hawks. 6:22 to go first quarter. Chris Ray drops, or Levi Ray drops back, goes long down the field. Got a man there, complete! It's complete, and touchdown to Jordan Insignia. 38-yard touchdown strike on 3rd down and 18 for 6 more on the board for the Hay Springs Hawks. 6:06 to go in the first quarter. It's 20-0. Handoff inside, and the 2-point conversion is no good. So 6:06 left to go first quarter. It's now 20-0 Hay Springs. Monster Brew Coffee in downtown Hay Springs is your full-service coffee shop. They offer lattes, cappuccinos, smoothies, and a whole lot more stuff that you can't even spell. They're open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., located just north of Mac's Restaurant in downtown Hay Springs. So ready to get back underway. Hay Springs with another touchdown. 6 minutes and 6 seconds still left to go in the first quarter, and they are already out to a 20-0 lead over the Crawford Rams here on homecoming night in Hay Springs. Insignia approaches it. Another good kick and another one into the end zone. Crawford starts again at their own 15.
Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 15.
So once again, the Hay Springs defenders back out on the field. They've had a good night so far. And see if they can do it again. That one's stacked up in the middle after a short gain. They'll give him a gain of about 2 yards on the play, bring up 2nd down and 8. So this is the 5th offensive possession of the game already for Crawford. Still yet to get a first down. Toss play, left side stacked up, brought down, and they'll lose a couple of yards on the play that time. So another good defensive play by the Hawks. Brings up 3rd down and 11 now.
Marks, I believe, bring up 3rd and 11.
So glad to have you with us this evening from high above Hawks Field here in Hay Springs, Nebraska. Make sure you say thanks to tonight's sponsors because they do make it possible for us to bring you this football action. Swing pass out to the left side and knocked out of bounds. Well short of the first down yardage, and it'll bring up another 4th down for the Crawford Rams.
4 and about 8.
So Crawford's had some mighty difficulties with their punt game tonight, and we'll see if they can get this one off as Chris Ray heads back to field the punt for the Hawks. And now he bobbles the snap that time. Wires in on top of him, and who else was in there? That was Riley Abbott and Garrett Wires bringing down the punter, and so the woes continue. Special teams for the Crawford Rams as Hay Springs has this football. 1st down and goal from the 7-yard line. Toss play right side. Chris Ray cuts it back. And we got flags that fly late, brought down short of the goal line. We'll have to see what the flag is about. And it looks like we're going to have a hold on the Hawks. So that's going to bring that good gain back. So that should mark it back to about the 17. In fact, it's all the way back at about the 19 is where we're at. So 1st and goal from the 19, 4:43 left to go in the first quarter. Seems like we've played the entire game behind this light pole. Levi Ray drops back. Now he rolls to his left, throws one to the corner. That is incomplete. Incomplete, and will bring up 2nd down and long for the Hay Springs Hawks. We do have another flag down on the play. We've got pass interference on the Hawks this time, and that'll cost them a few more yards. So Hay Springs going in reverse now. And they will spot this football at the 34-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal from the 34-yard line.
First and goal from the 34.
So we'll see what the Hawks have in their bag of tricks for this. Is Levi Ray under center, and we got contact as almost the entire Crawford defensive line came across the line of scrimmage and made contact. Flags down. And the Hawks will get 5 of that back. Everybody enjoying the beautiful evening. They just want to stretch this out as long as we can. It's first and goal now from the 29-yard line. The give is to Chris Ray up the middle, cuts it back to the right side, now cuts it up the middle. That's a good gain. He's all the way down to the 20-yard line, and now flags fly at the end of the play. We got a personal foul on the Hawks, and that'll wipe out another good gain. So this will back them up another 15 yards. I don't know how many times we've played this first down. Feels kind of like Groundhog Day. 4:15 left to go in the first quarter. They'll mark it at the 35-yard line of the Crawford Rams. Split backs now behind Levi Ray. They give it off inside. Good yardage there. And that's Jake Johnson on the carry. And it'll bring up second down and goal now from the 28.
Forbes, along with number 54.
3:43 to go, first quarter. Ray drops back, goes long, and it falls incomplete, trying to get it to Garrett Wires. But it's incomplete, and it'll bring up third down. So a gorgeous night here in Hay Springs, Nebraska for football. So third and goal, ball at the 29-yard line. Levi Ray with the I-backs behind him. Wants to set up a screen pass to Chris Ray, and he does. Got some room to run. Down the sideline and into the end zone scoots Chris Ray. And we don't know how to act. There isn't a flag laying on the field. It's I think it was a 29-yard touchdown scamper for Chris Ray. And the Hawks on the board again with 3:20 to go. It's 26-0. So they'll go for 2. Chris Ray off the right side. That's good for a 2-point conversion. And that will make it 28-0. So 3:20 left to go first quarter, and Hay Springs out to the 28-0 lead. We'll update the scoreboard. Again, apologize, trying to do it all for the first time this season, not having a cameraman on hand. But glad to be here in Hay Springs for homecoming. Hawks with a commanding first quarter lead, 28-0. Security First Bank is your hometown bank, proudly supporting the Hawks. They're FDIC insured and an equal opportunity lender. Security First Bank, a relationship you can count on. So there was a penalty on the touchdown throw. That'll be enforced on the kickoff. And as if Mr. Insigne needed any more help to reach the end zone, He'll be kicking off from the 35-yard line of the Rams. See if he can split the goalpost from here. Sends that one deep, and I think he did. Judging by the crowd's reaction, sent that one well beyond the end line. And so Crawford takes over 1st and 10, possession of the first quarter for the Rams, yet to make a first down. So they'll hand it off inside. Little bit of room to run, good for about 4 yards, and that would be the best gain of the evening for the Crawford Rams.
Picked up about 5 on the play, bring up 2nd and 5.
So it'll be second down and call it 5 for Crawford. McKeel hands it off, no gain that time. Defense tough again up inside, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for Crawford. 2:44 left to go first quarter.
Bring up 3rd and 5.
So 3rd and 5 for the Crawford Rams. Ball at the 20-yard line. McKeel in the gun, drops back. Throws it right side, that's incomplete. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver.
Ball's incomplete. Bring up 4th and 5.
I think that was Blaine Flack that was the intended receiver. And heaven forbid we're going to try another punt for the Crawford Rams. High snap, but fielded, and the punt is away. High, towering punt, and it's going to come down out of bounds. We'll see where they mark it. They're going to say, well, they can't decide. Now they decide it's going to be out of bounds. It'll be first down for the Hawks at the 30, call it the 37-yard line of the Rams. That's where they'll take over. So 1st and 10. Movement again on the defensive line.
Flag on the play, offside, Rams.
So it'll be 1st and 5 for the Hawks. 2:13 to go first quarter. Ray tosses left side for Chris Ray. Tries that left side, finds a hole, and he's out there close to first down yardage. Think he's got it. Fresh set of downs for the Hawks.
Enough for first down, 1st and 10 Hawks at the Rams 25-yard line.
So 1st and 10 Hawks. Ball on the 25. Ray gives it off to Chris Ray, right side, got some room, and he's got another first down. And we got a flag down and another holding call on the Hawks. This one's coming back.
Forbes on the tackle for the Rams.
So they'll back him up, and we'll try it again. Mark it back to the 30-yard line, and we'll replay first down. It'll be 1st down and 15. 1:43 to go, first quarter. Split backs now behind Levi Ray. Toss left side to Letcher. Got some blockers, but he's pulled down after a gain of about a yard.
Brought down by, I believe, number 24.
So 2nd down and 14 for the Hawks.
I apologize, the numbers are kind of hard to read.
1:05 left to go in this never-ending first quarter. Toss play right side to Chris Ray, I think is who that is. Coming right side, got a seam. Chris Ray is all the way home, baby. That's 6 more on the board for the Hay Springs Hawks. Makes it 34-0. With just under a minute left to go in the first quarter, it's 34-0 on another touchdown scamper by Chris Ray. Hay Springs again will try for 2. Levi Ray boots left, throws that pass, and incomplete. He was under heavy pressure. Crawford brought the blitz that time, got right in his face. 2-point conversion fails, but with 53 seconds left to go in the first quarter, it is 34-0. Thanks very much for joining us on the Sheridan County Journal-Star.net coverage of Hay Springs Hawks football 2014. The Sand Hills, the Rolling Hills, the Open Range, the Freedom. At Sand Hills State Bank, we believe in banking with freedom too. That's why we created the new Tumbleweed account. Now you can enjoy all the freedom and conveniences of online banking, including online bill pay and electronic statements without any hassles or restrictions. The Tumbleweed account from Sand Hills State Bank. Enjoy banking wherever the wind takes you. Learn more by visiting with your local Sand Hills banker or visit us at sandhillsstate.com today. Member FDIC. So 34-0, and Hay Springs ready to kick this one off again. So it's been a dominant performance by the Hay Springs Hawks, offensively and defensively. The only thing that stopped the Hawks tonight has been, well, it hasn't even stopped them, it's slowed them down, has been penalties. And that kickoff going to come up short at about the 7, picked up by the Rams. And of course, all the action happens right behind the light pole, but brought down, we're going to call it at about the 14-yard line, is where Crawford will take over. So 49 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Crawford takes over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. McKeel in the gun. Drops back, goes down the middle, and incomplete. Trevor Welling couldn't pull that one in. So 2nd down and 10 now for the Crawford Rams. McKeel tosses left side, fumble on the play. Ball is loose on the ground, and no indication yet. They're going to say Crawford got back on top of it. I think that was Welling that ended up gathering that one in. End result is it's now going to be 3rd down and about 11 for the Rams. 22 seconds left to go in the first quarter. So McKeel in the gun. Takes the snap. Pump fakes. Now he goes down the right side. Got a man there, and just out of the outstretched fingers of his intended receiver, number 19, that's Blaine Flack, trying to get it down the right side and couldn't make connections. And that's the end of the first quarter. Hay Springs out in front, 34-0.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer, don't live with pain, and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
So we're getting ready to start the second quarter. Hawks firmly in command already at 34-0.
Outscored their opponents 300-30.
So it is 4th down and another punting situation for the Crawford Rams. Good snap, and that punt is away. The wind helped that one a little bit. Out of bounds inside the 25. They're going to mark it at the 23-yard line, and that's where Hay Springs will take over.
So nice punt there. We'll flip the field then.
So Hay Springs takes over with their worst field position by far of the night. Take over at their own 23-yard line with 11:53 left to go in the second quarter. And wouldn't you know it, right behind the light pole again, but not for long as Chris Ray takes that ball and tripped up at the 25 after a short gain. Gain of 2 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
Pick up of about 3 on the play, bring up 2nd and 7.
So 2nd down and 8 now for the Hawks. They'll give us to Chris Ray, works right side, cuts it back up inside, slowed up, keeps his feet. Good, tough run that time, and should be enough for 1st down yardage as he's out around the 34-yard line. It is a 1st down, so a fresh set of downs for the Hawks. 11:14 to go, second quarter. Out of the eye. Levi Ray drops back to pass. Goes right side. That is incomplete. Incomplete. Broken up that time and intended for Austin Reed out there. But it falls incomplete, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. So a beautiful evening. Temperature right at 50 degrees and a good breeze out of the north. The Hawks working into that breeze now. I'm guessing somewhere in that 20 range. Got the flag standing out pretty straight. Now we got a false start this time. That'll back the Hawks up 5 yards. And that's really been the only thing that's slowed the Hay Springs offense this evening has been penalties. Hasn't necessarily stopped them, but it has slowed them up from time to time. Under 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. Out of the eye. Ray turns, gives it off to Chris Ray up the middle, and he's brought down by a whole host of Crawford Rams right there in the middle. They're going to say he lost maybe a yard on the play that time, and that'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd down and 15, maybe 16 yards to go now. So they stay in the eye. Ray drops back. Now he's under pressure, runs out to his left, throws one down the field, and complete, and out of bounds to Austin Reed. Inside the 35-yard line, they're going to mark it at the 32, and that's a 1st down for the Hay Springs Hawks. So he had pressure, rolled to his left, found the open receiver, and they convert for the 1st down. 10-10 left to go, second quarter. Out of the eye again. Levi Ray turns, gives it to Chris Ray right up the middle. Defensive lineman got a hand on him as he went through the line and spun him around. After he gains about, they'll say, let's give him 3 yards on the play. Bring up 2nd down and about 7. Ball just inside the 30-yard line of the Crawford Rams. Levi Ray brings them to the line. Toss play right side. Chris Ray got a block. He's got 5, got 10, cut back. Down inside the, can't see very well up here, inside the 20-yard line. And we got another flag down. And holding again. So it's an epidemic for the Hay Springs Hawks. And that wipes out another good gain by Chris Ray. So they'll mark it back at midfield. So second down and 18. Ball squarely at midfield. Give is to Reed inside. Good, tough run, powering his way forward. He's going to get back about 8 yards of that. And it'll bring up third down and about 9 yards to go now for the Hawks. So a good, tough run up inside that time. 5 to go, second quarter. Turns, toss play left side, cuts it back up inside is Reed. He's loose and just dragged down by the jersey. One more step and he was gone. But I believe he's going to have enough for a first down. It is first down. And so the Hawks convert after the penalty backed them up. The fresh set of downs. Ball spotted at the 21-yard line of the Crawford Rams. Worked out of the eye for pretty much this entire drive. Turns. Now ball's on the ground and pounced on by Levi Ray. They'll lose a couple on that. It'll bring up second down and about 12. $7:50 to go in the second quarter. Hay Springs Hawks lead at 34-0. Ray drops back, wants to go left side, got a man there, jump ball and intercepted. Under through that, tried to get it to, and then still broadcasting here. Everything looks like we are. Hopefully we haven't lost anything. My computer screen went completely blank. Computer got unplugged, and I guess we'll find out. We're back in business now again. If you did lose the feed, we apologize. And in case we did lose that feed for a period of time, we're at 3:21 left to go in the second quarter, and the Hay Springs Hawks up 40-0. Crawford has the ball. Toss play, left side, short gain, out to about the 20-yard line.
Pick up 2 or 3 on the play.
So now that my moment of panic is over, we'll try and get ourselves back in business here, get our books up to date. 2:44 left to go. And third down and 9 for the Rams. McKeel drops back under heavy pressure. That's Novak. Now McKeel going to run to his right, and he's going to be brought down, but he'll be well short of the first down over there on the far side. And it'll bring up another fourth down with 2:24 to go. And the clock runs. They'll say he didn't get out of bounds. It'll be fourth down and about 5, maybe 6 yards to go. And they'll have to punt it away again. High snap, but they get the punt away. Good punt. And Chris Ray misfields that pump. Picks it up as at his own 2. He's at the 5 to the 10. Flag down, 15. Chris Ray across the 20. More flags down. Laundry all over the place on the field. And we'll see if they can sort this all out. So we got a holding call on the Hawks and another holding call on the Hawks.
2 holding calls against the
So that'll definitely give the Hawks the worst starting position of the night. They're going to mark it at their own 3-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
timeout. Hawks.
So with 1:48 to go before the half, Haysprings will have the ball at their own 3-yard line. Monster Brew Coffee in downtown Haysprings is your full-service coffee shop, offering lattes, cappuccinos, smoothies, and much, much more. They're open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., and they're located just north of Mac's Restaurant in downtown Haysprings. The Security First Bank is your hometown bank, proudly supporting the Hawks. They're FDIC insured and an equal opportunity lender. Security First Bank, a relationship you can count on. We've got a timeout on the field as the Haysprings Hawks want to talk this one over. And now we're just about ready to get things back going again.
3-yard line.
1:48 to go before the half. Haysprings doesn't want to make a mistake here. Levi Ray goes under center. 2 backs in the eye behind him. And flags fly again. And we've got a false start on the Hawks. So from the 3, that doesn't cost you a whole lot. Half the distance to the goal. They'll set them up at about the 1.5-yard line, and that's where they'll set up shop again. So first down now and about 12. Ray drops back to pass, sets up a screen pass, dangerous pass. Tried to get it to Chris Ray inside, tipped, and dangerous territory there, but it falls incomplete, and it'll bring up 2nd down. $1:44 to go before the half. Give is to Chris Ray.
Chris Ray, the ball carrier.
And he's going to get out to about the 10-yard line. And that'll be short of the first down yardage. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 2.
Bring 3rd and about 3.
Split backs behind Levi Ray. Up the middle, that's Nate Letcher. He's got a first down out across the 20-yard line. And the Hawks moving again. They spotted at the 21. Under a minute now before the end of the half, 59 seconds. And they wind the clock after the first down. With a 40-0 lead, the Hawks not in a huge hurry to try and expand that lead here before the half. Levi Ray turns, gives it off to Chris Ray, right side. He's got a seam. It's a race to the end zone. Chris Ray is going to take this one all the way to the house. Touchdown, Haysprings Hawks. Chris Ray from 60 yards out makes it 46-0. So 28 seconds left to go. And I was very wrong when I said the Hawks weren't in a big hurry to extend their lead. They certainly were. They didn't take long for lightning to strike as Levi Ray now boots to his left, throws to the end zone, and that's complete to Insignia for the 2-point conversion and makes it 48-0 with 28 seconds left to go in the half. And it has been an offensive explosion for the Haysprings Hawks tonight. So we realized we didn't get around to updating that scoreboard after the previous score. We'll get it right now, 48-0 as we close in on halftime. 28 seconds left in the second quarter, and the Hay-Springs Hawks firmly in command. So Insignia ready to kick this one away. Kicking into the wind, hasn't got near as much distance as he did in the first quarter. He'll pooch this one up in the air, comes down at about the 25-yard line, and brought down there by the Hawks. So Crawford takes over 1st and 10 at their own 28.
Nice open field tackle by number 45, Mark.
So 25 seconds left to go in the half. And the Hawks lead at 48-0. And now Crawford wants to think this over, and they call a timeout. Serving the greater Sandhills area with locations in Hay Springs, Harrison, and Alliance. Locally owned, locally focused. The Sandhills State Bank is the most committed brand in banking. Sandhillsstate.com, member FDIC. And Farm Bureau Financial Services offers home, auto, life, business, and farm insurance. They have offices in Gordon, Hay Springs, and Alliance. Stop in and see Ted and Rhonda Baseggio or give them a call at 638-4566. So ready to finish off the last 25 seconds of this first half. McKeel under center, drops back to pass, and he goes over the middle, and he completes it. That's complete. Room to run. Loose in the secondary, and finally brought down inside the 15-yard line. They're marking at the 13. And that was Blaine Flack. First time they've been able to make the connection with him tonight. And with 14 seconds left in the first half, Crawford finally with their first down of the half, and they'll call a timeout. Call a timeout to savor it here, as they've got a chance here with the ball at the 13-yard line of the Hawks and 14 seconds to work. The Monster Brew Coffee in downtown Hay Springs is your full-service coffee shop. They offer lattes, cappuccinos, smoothies, and a whole lot more. They're open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., and they're located just north of Mac's Restaurant in downtown Hay Springs. And the Security First Bank is your hometown bank, proudly supporting the Hawks. They're FDIC insured and an equal opportunity lender. Security First Bank, a relationship you can count on. So back to action. McKeel throws it to the end zone and just off the hands of the receiver. He had a lot of smoke behind that one. It was on the hands of the receiver, but he just couldn't quite pull it in. And it'll be second down from the 14. Call it the 13, second down. 9 seconds left on the clock here in the first half. Crawford desperately wants to get some points on the board. That long pass play, their first signs of life offensively. McKeel drops back, looks left side, throws for the end zone. That's incomplete, and it'll be third down. And we got a flag down, and we're going to have a penalty against the Hawks. We got pass interference against Hay Springs. So with 5 seconds left to go, we'll mark it down to about the 6-yard line. So they'll have it at the 6. Time for one play, probably, with 5 seconds left to go. Hay Springs defense has been outstanding tonight, and we've got another timeout on the field.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer, don't live with pain, and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
So, last play, I would assume, of the second quarter. 5 seconds left on the clock. McKeel goes under center, drops back to pass, looks right side, throws it to the end zone, throws it up, and it is caught. Touchdown, what a catch. Somehow, that young man kept both feet in bounds, and it's a touchdown for Crawford as they finally get on the board as time expires in the first half. So Crawford will go for two. So now they'll go for two. McKeel under center, drops back, tosses it to the end zone, knocked down, incomplete. And so the first half ends 48-6 in favor of the Hay Springs Hawks. Oh, but we got a flag down. So personal foul penalty on the Crawford Rams on the 2-point conversion. And that'll be enforced on the ensuing kickoff, which will be the opening kickoff of the second half. Thanks very much for joining us. Our Sheridan County Journal-Star.net coverage of Hay Springs Football 2014.
Smart farmers see beyond their fields. They see what quality grain and production does for their bottom lines, how it impacts economic development, and the well-being of people in their local communities and around the world. We're committed, along with our dealers, to innovation and service to help you get the job done right.
Get the smartest value of the season at the Value Bonanza sales event. Visit your authorized dealer today.
So introducing the Hay Springs Junior High football team. Had an awful lot of success this year, it sounds like.
What? Carry shot, thank you. Levi Glenn. Jacob Roberts. Johnny 2. Austin Anderson. Bryce Running Hawk. Trent Reed. Hunter Letcher. Several other members are absent tonight. Baden and Brody Planansky. Several sixth graders, Cade Moore. And several others. They were coached this year by Jeff Summers and Keith Kelly. We'd like to congratulate them on a great season, and good luck next year. We'll be losing several eighth graders. Austin, Trent, Johnny, and Levi.
So we are at halftime. Hay Springs with a rather comfortable lead here at the half. They lead the Crawford Rams here at homecoming 48-6. Thanks very much for joining us. Sheridan County Journal-Star.net coverage of Hay Springs Hawks football 2014. Say thanks to sponsors of tonight's action. Those sponsors: Sandhills State Bank, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Monster Brew, Security First Bank, Physical Therapy West, and Modern Farm Equipment.
Chris Ray and Emily
Got some
Summers.
halftime entertainment coming up for us, looks like here, and so we'll be glad to bring that to you.
Beth Nova. And your 2014 homecoming queen is Kate Roberts. At the homecoming court, we get together so we can get pictures of you.
48-6, Crawford down on the good end of things tonight here at Hay Springs.
And since the Sheridan County Journal-Star is here, the headline on the front page has a picture of Seth and Kate. All hail King Seth and Queen Catherine. Congratulations all. All right. The flag corps is going to get set up and they will do a halftime routine.
So the Hay Springs Flag Corps getting ready to entertain everybody here. We'll certainly bring that performance to you, except that we're going to have to do it without the audio because the copyrighted music will cause pop-ups to come up on your screen. So we'll watch in silence. All right, apologize not being able to bring that to you with the sound, but copyrighted music makes pop-ups appear on your broadcast. We certainly don't want that to happen, but thanks very much to the Hay Springs Flag Corps. 8 minutes left to go in the halftime break, and then we put 3 more minutes back on the clock. So you got a good 10 minutes plus before we're ready for more football action. So plenty of time to run to the refrigerator or grab yourself some chips and a drink and be ready to be back here for second half action from Hay Springs as the Hawks comfortably in command here at halftime, 48-6.
Congratulations to the Lady Rams tonight. They won 3-0 in volleyball.
So 3 minutes left before the second half kickoff. Let's say thanks to sponsors of tonight's action here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net. Sandhills State Bank, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Monster Brew Coffee Shop of Hay Springs, Security First Bank, Physical Therapy West, and Modern Farm Equipment of Gordon. At Sandhills State Bank, we didn't set out to build something new. We just wanted to create a bank that is a good fit for our communities. Locally owned by families who wanted to invest in their hometowns, we do what's best for the people and places we love. For instance, right now, you can get a 0.75 APY on a 6-month CD when you open a new checking account. Just our way of saying thank you. Sandhills State Bank with full-service branch locations in Hay Springs, Harrison, and Alliance. Visit sandhillsstate.com. Member FDIC. Farm Bureau Financial Services agents Ted and Rhonda Basaggio protect your future and your livelihood. They have offices in Gordon, Hay Springs, and Alliance. Give them a call at 638-4566. Monster Brew Coffee in downtown Hay Springs is your full-service coffee shop, offering lattes, cappuccinos, smoothies, and much more. They're open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., and they're located just north of Mac's Restaurant in downtown Hay Springs. Security First Bank is your hometown bank, proudly supporting the Hawks. They're FDIC insured and an equal opportunity lender. Security First Bank, a relationship you can count on. So a little over a minute left before the opening kickoff of the second half. Ready to get things underway. Hay Springs with the 48-6 lead. And because we have a 35-point differential at the halftime, or at the half, we will have a running clock at least to start the second half. If Crawford can get that differential down to less than 35 points, that running clock will stop. But until that happens, the clock will just run once we get this thing kicked off. And so ready to put it into play for the Crawford Rams is number 84. Yeah, that's Taylor Alcorn. And because of the personal foul penalty on the last on the 2-point conversion try, they will be kicking off from their own 15-yard line, kicking off with the wind. Temperatures right around 50 degrees, but a 13-mile-an-hour wind out of the north is keeping things feeling a little bit cool. That's a good bouncing kick, picked up all the way back at the 5-yard line. Now up the field is Chris Ray. He's got a seam, got one man to beat, can't get away from him. He's at the 35 and down to about the 34-yard line of the Crawford Rams, and that is where the Hay Springs Hawks will take over to start the second half. And there is no flag on the play. Now that's a first. 11:48 left to go in the third quarter. Hay Springs sets up shop at the 34-yard line of Crawford.
Hawks take over first and 10 at the Rams 34.
They hand it off inside. That's good for about a half a yard is all. Check that. There's about a loss of about a half a yard. So it'll be second down and 11 for the Hay Springs Hawks. Turns, gives it off to Chris Ray. Up the middle. He's down inside the 30-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 29. That'll bring up third down and about 7.
Third and about 6.
They'll give it off to Chris Ray again. Spins his way down to about the 33-yard line, but that'll be short of the first down yardage, and it'll bring up 4th down for the Hawks.
Forwards, I believe it is. Bring up 4th and about 4.
Not much hesitation here as they'll line up and go for it here on 4th down. Out of the eye again, Levi Ray comes up under center, takes the snap, drops straight back. Now he's under pressure. Now he's going to throw it down the left side and incomplete. Incomplete. And so Crawford finally stops the Hay Springs Hawks. They turn it over on downs. That is the first time this evening that the Crawford defense has stopped the Hay Springs offense. So Crawford takes over on their own 33-yard line. And now flags come down, and we've got illegal substitution on the Crawford Rams. That'll cost them 5 yards. So it'll be 1st and 15 for Crawford.
For the Rams. At their own 24. 23.
So under 9:30 to go in the 3rd quarter already. 48-6, Hawks well in command. McKeel out of the gun. And it's a draw play, and the back, not a chance. Never could get going. Hay Springs defenders all over him, and that's going to be a loss on the play. So Crawford digging themselves a hole after the penalty, and a loss on that play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and a whole bundle. They need the 38-yard line. Yeah, it's about 20 yards to go. So McKeel under center now. Drops back, sets up a screen pass. Got some room off the right side, hurdles a player out to midfield and brought down at about the 37-yard line of the Hawks, and that's a 1st down conversion.
Enough for 1st down.
2nd 1st down of the evening for the Crawford Rams. They got one on their last drive of the 1st half. 8:12 to go. 1st and 10 Rams. McKeel drops back under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Brought down that time by big Seth Novak. Big loss on the play. Came roaring through there and brought McKeel down. It'll bring up 2nd down and about 15 yards to go. Under 8 minutes to go now, 3rd quarter. McKeel brings the play in from the sideline. Goes under center this time. Single setback. Drops back. Pump fake. Now he goes long down the right side and incomplete. Good coverage out there that time by Jordan Insinia, running stride for stride with the receiver, and it falls incomplete. And another flag down, and we got holding on the Hawks. So that'll make it 2nd down and 6 or 7 yards to go here now for the Crawford Rams. 7:15 clock runs in the 3rd quarter. So McKeel under center. Give is the first man through, stacked up after a gain of about a yard. And that's Taylor Alcorn on the carry. So 3rd down now for the Rams. So 3rd and 6 for Crawford. Now they've got the play. McKeel under center. Looks downfield. Got a man, and it's intercepted. Intercepted. Jordan Insinia ran right under that thing, picked it off, and he knows what to do with it. He's got a convoy of blockers out in front, makes one man miss, and going to be dragged down inside the 20-yard line. Good interception and an even better return that time by Jordan Insinia. 5:56 left to go in the 3rd quarter, and Hay Springs has the ball back.
Proctor in business, 1st and 10 at the Rams 17.
So 5:40 to go in the 3rd quarter, and Hay Springs back in business at the 17-yard line of the Crawford Rams. That was a perfectly thrown ball if he was trying to throw it to Insinia. Chris Ray, right side, a lot of room, race to the end zone, inside the 5. He's got the corner, and it's a touchdown, Hay Springs. 6 more on the board, courtesy of Chris Ray.
Chris Ray, he's
Walking on the corner.
that end zone tonight, this time the other end. And with 5:14 left here to go, that makes it 54-6.
So 54-6 now the score. And Hay Springs goes for 2. Levi Ray under center. We've got movement as the left defensive end came across the line. Offsides on the Rams. And they'll move it half the distance to the goal. And so Hay Springs will attempt the try from the 1-yard line. Ray keeps it himself and crashes across, and the conversion is good, makes it 56-6.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer, don't live with pain, and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
So Jordan Insinia ready to kick off after the big interception and return that set the Hawks up and put 8 more on the board. And they're ready to kick this one back away to the Crawford Rams. 5:14 to go, 3rd quarter, 56-6. Insinia puts his foot into it. High spinning kick. Return coming up the middle and brought down as the ball carrier gets across the 30 to the 31-yard line. That's where Crawford will set up. 5 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Take another check at our weather. Temperature now down to 48 degrees as the handoff inside up the middle. And taken away that time. Hawks have the football. Great defensive play that time. Took the football away. So Hay Springs back in business again right at midfield. Call it the Crawford 39-yard line. 4:11 left to go in the 3rd quarter. So a tremendous defensive play that time by Jake Johnson. Out-wrestled the Crawford ball carrier and came away with it. To give it off to the second man through, That's not going anywhere.
Number 2.
And that's Wesley Tlustis on the carry, and he's going to lose about 2 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 12. So getting some fresh faces into the game for the Hawks now. A 50-point lead and under 3.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. So Drew Letcher now in at quarterback for the Hawks, and now we've got a false start. Letcher in at quarterback. Seeing a lot of different folks. Riley Abbott lined up at fullback that time. But the false start will mark it back and make it 2nd down and 17 to go for the Hawks. Letcher hands it off inside, 2nd man through. Quick hitter right up the middle. Jake Johnson on the carry that time. And that'll bring up 3rd down and about 12. Letcher fumbles the snap, and the Hawks fall on it, but they're going to lose another 5 yards on that exchange, and it'll be 4th down. So 4th down and a whole bunch here. And we're going to see the Haysprings punt team for the first time this evening as we are under 2.5 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. So Encinia back to punt it away for the Hawks. He'll be kicking into the wind. Boots it away. It comes down, and the punt is muffed. Loose on the ground, and that's Austin Reed that comes up with it. Ball hit the ground, and number 13 hauls that one in. Haysprings back in business again. They've got it at the Crawford 16-yard line with 1:34 to go in the 3rd quarter. They toss it right side to Johnson. He cuts it back up the middle. Pulled down finally.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
It'll make it 2nd down and about 6 for the Hawks. Under center, give it to the first man through. Crashes down inside the 10. Riley Abbott carries the ball for the Hawks that time. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 yards to go. Letcher tosses it left side for Johnson. He is down to the 5-yard line, and that should be a 1st down. So under 30 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal from the 6-yard line for the Hawks. Letcher brings the play in from the sideline. Clock 6, 5, 4. Not sure they're going to get this one off. Well, they do. Letcher gives it to Abbott. He's down to the 4-yard line. That's where they'll mark it, and that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Haysprings 56 and Crawford 6. Serving the greater Sandhills with locations in Haysprings, Harrison, and Alliance. Locally owned, locally focused. Sandhills State Bank, the most committed brand in banking. SandhillsState.com, member FDIC. Farm Bureau Financial Services offer home, auto, life, business, and farm insurance, and they have offices in Gordon, Haysprings, and Alliance. Give them a call at 638-4566. The Monster Brew Coffee in downtown Haysprings is your full-service coffee shop, offering lattes, cappuccinos, smoothies, and much more. They're open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., and they're located just north of Mac's Restaurant in Haysprings. And the Security First Bank is your hometown bank, proudly supporting the Hawks. They're FDIC insured and an equal opportunity lender. Security First Bank, a relationship you can count on. So we get ready to start the fourth quarter. And Haysprings will have it. And we're back to our favorite light pole here. Second down and goal from the 4-yard line for the Hawks. Drew Letcher. Fumble on the play. Letcher picks it up. And they'll lose about 5 on the play there. I'll call it 4. It'll be third down and goal, and they'll spot it at the 8-yard line. So third and goal from the 8 for the Hawks. The clock continues to run. Haysprings taking their time, getting the play in. They'll line it up. Tosses to Abbott, right side. He crashes over the goal line for another Haysprings Hawk touchdown. And that makes it 62-6 now. So Riley Abbott with the 6-yard touchdown run. And we'll get ready for the 2-point try. So out of the gun now. Letcher drops back, throws it to the corner of the end zone, and that is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion fails that time. 11:15 to go. It is 62-6.
Smart farmers see beyond their fields. They see what quality grain and production does for their bottom lines, how it impacts economic development, and the well-being of people in their local communities and around the world. We're committed, along with our dealers, to innovation and service to help you get the job done right.
Get the smartest value of the season at the Value Bonanza sales event. Visit your authorized dealer today.
Oh, ready for the kickoff here. 11:15 to go, fourth quarter, and the Hawks leading 62-6. Jordan Insignia back kicking with the wind. That one's fielded at the 5, drop, picked back up, and the ball carrier will get across the 5 to about the 6-yard line, and the Rams will take over there. So Crawford gets ready to set up shop. Ball spotted at their, oh, that's the 11-yard line. I called it 6, but it's at the 11. Turns, hands it off. Room off the left side, and we got a foot race. He's going to go all the way. Try and get a look at who that is. Number 24, that is Joe Kriz. Joe Kriz takes that one the distance, and it's a 62-12 ball game with 10:25 left to go in the fourth quarter. So Crawford will go for 2. Rolls out to his right and not going to get there. Stopped by a trio of Hay Springs defenders that time. And that was Blaine Flack running that football. So 10:25 to go, 62-12.
So after the Joe Creed 62-yard run, it makes it 62-12.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer, don't live with pain, and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
So 62-12 is the score after the long run. So Crawford lines it up.
Number 84, Elkhorn to kick off for the Rams.
Puts his foot into it. High spinning kick. Lands at about the 13. Picked up by Chris Ray. Works his way up the field. Breaks one tackle. Breaks another tackle. Stumbles ahead. And finally going to be brought down at the 28-yard line. So Hay Springs takes over with 10 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter at their own 28-yard line. So Drew Letcher under center. And he fumbles the snap again, but he picks it up. So, oh, no, he doesn't get back on top of it. They're going to say Crawford got a hold of it. So Letcher having a hard time hanging on to that football on the snap tonight. And so the fumble gives the ball back to the Rams. 9:18 to go in the fourth quarter. And Crawford back in business. And upended is the ball carrier as he gets down to about the 23-yard line. Bring up second down and about 6 yards to go. There's always a lively debate between everybody up here in the box as to whether it's second down and 5 or 6 or what it is. But that'll bring up third down. We know that for sure. And we'll call it, I'm going to call it 3rd and 4. .23 left to go. We got the public address announcer, myself, and the Shadron radio, all three up here. And on any given play, we can be off by from anywhere from 1 to 3 yards between us. But we get it done with 8:05 to go. Toss play, barely hauled in by the running back, but pulled down. And we've got a flag on the play as the tackle is made. And that's Blaine Flack that's operating at the quarterback position now for the Crawford Rams. Now a lot of discussion as to what we ought to do with this penalty, and now they're going to decide that they're going to back them up, and it'll be outside the 30. It'll be a block in the back. So that'll bring up third down, and third down and 15 yards to go. 7:45 left to go in the game. Bootleg to the left. Now he throws it down the left side. Coming back to the ball is the receiver, but he can't get back to it, and it falls incomplete. And it'll be 4th down. So Flack gets the play from the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th down, and why not? Down 62-12. So they come to the line. Flack sets up under center. Man in motion right to left. Now they try to send him back. And we got a timeout called by the Crawford Rams. So timeout on the field, 6:49 to go in the 4th quarter. It's Haysprings 62 and Crawford 12. The Sandhills, the rolling hills, the open range, the freedom. At Sandhills State Bank, we believe in banking with freedom too. That's why we created the new Tumbleweed account. Now you can enjoy all the freedom and conveniences of online banking, including online bill pay and electronic statements, without any hassles or restrictions. The Tumbleweed account from Sandhills State Bank. Enjoy banking wherever the wind takes you. Learn more by visiting with your local Sandhills banker or visit us at sandhillsstate.com today. Member FDIC. So back to football action now. 4th down. Man in motion. Flack throws it out there to the motion man, and it is incomplete. And so the Hawks take over on downs with 6:35 to go. And they'll have it at the 31-yard line. So glad to have you with us this evening. And I also should mention that if you don't get the Sheridan County Journal-Star newspaper, you certainly ought to. And it's as easy as going to SheridanCountyJournalStar.net/subscriptions. And if you want, get that as the online version. And you can get the entire paper in your at your fingertips, your electronic devices, and get it before everybody else gets the newspaper through the mail, and even better, get it in brilliant full color. That's SheridanCountyJournalStar.net/subscriptions. So 2nd down and 9 now as we got movement. And we got a false start on the Hawks. That'll cost them 5 yards. So movement on the defensive line, and the offense flinched, and it cost them 5. So 5:32 to go in the 4th quarter. And it'll make it 2nd down and 15. We'll be on the air again tomorrow night as the Gordon Rushville Mustangs will host the Shadron Cardinals. So be sure to tune in and take in all of that action tomorrow night. Johnson's brought down after a gain of about a yard. And that'll make it 3rd down now for the Hawks. And about 13 to go. So 5 minutes left to go in the game. And that breeze is blown at between 10 and 15 miles an hour all night long. Out of the eye. Drew Letcher, toss play, left side. Ball is on the ground. Picked up by Flack, and he's going to take it to the end zone. Flack takes it all the way in, puts 6 on the board for the Rams. That makes it 68-18. Check that, 62-18. 62-18 with 4:33 left to go. So 2nd team offense for the Hawks having some ball control issues here. or ball security issues. They put it on the turf several times. So now Crawford going for 2. They'll hand it off left side, but wrapped up and brought down. And so the 2-point conversion fails. 4:33 to go. It's 62-18.
Keep it right here and tell you that coming up tomorrow night over on KCSR, Sharon and Gordon are also the Highway 20 rivalry. It's like Highway 20 rivalry. Good stuff going on this week.
So glad to have you with us here. And now we've got a player down on the field after that 2-point conversion. We'll, while we wait for them to work on him, we'll step aside. We'll be right back.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer, don't live with pain, and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
So 4:33 to go in the fourth quarter. And Haysprings now leads 62-18 after the scoop and score by the Rams. As they get ready to send it back to the Hawks. Be sure to join us tomorrow night as the Gordon Rushville Mustangs will host the Chadron Cardinals. So check it out. Same place, SheridanCountyJournalStar.net. And now we've got flags down on the kickoff. And a lot of confusion on the kickoff team. Or, the kick team for the Hawks. Flags fly. And they'll move it up, and Crawford will kick off from their 35-yard line rather than the 30. So we're ready to kick it away again. Kick taken by Chris Ray at the 5. He's across the 10 to the 15. Crosses the 20, picking his way forward. Now he's got some room and finally going to be brought down as he gets out across the 35 or close to the 35-yard line. And that's where the Hawks take over at their own 34. 4:06 left to go in the fourth quarter. And we've had the running clock the entire second half. Letcher turns, gives it off, and there's a big hit inside as Tony Toof carries the ball for the Hawks. Gain of about 2 as we work our way past 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the game. Thanks very much for joining us tonight. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow night as we are winding down our fall broadcast schedule and we look forward to a full winter season of sporting events to bring you, as we'll be covering basketball for the Haysprings Hawks and the Gordon Rushville Mustangs both. Look forward to bringing you a full slate of games for both of those teams. And, of course, if you want full coverage, photos, and everything else from tonight's game, go to SheridanCountyJournalStar.net, and you can get it all there. Get yourself an online subscription to the Journal Star and be in touch from the get-go. Toss to Toof. He's across midfield. Not much more as he's brought down, and they'll be about 3 yards short of the first down. So 4th down and 3 for the Hawks. Inside 2.5 minutes now. And they'll set up to punt this one away as Encinia steps back to send it away for the Hawks. Low snap, but he gets it away. High, good kick. Comes down and scramble for the ball.
Fumble, scramble for the ball.
Austin Reed comes out of the pile with it.
Reed comes up with his second recovery.
And they're gonna give that ball to the Hawks on the 3-yard line.
First and goal at about the 3.
So 1:30 to go in the fourth quarter. And the Hawks knocking on the door again. And flag down, illegal substitution.
Illegal substitution.
Can't break the huddle with 9 men, and that's what they did. So instead of scrimmaging from the 3, they'll go from the 8. So 1:20 left to go in the game. First and goal from the 8 for the Hay Springs Hawks.
First and goal from about the 8-yard line for the Hawks.
And Letcher's just going to take a knee, and they'll run the clock out and end this mercifully. So under a minute now. Going to wind this one down. Hay Springs comes away with a big win on homecoming night. Waiting for the back judge to give him the 5-second count. There it starts to come. He'll take the knee. They'll take their time spotting this, and that should do it. So the Hay Springs Hawks will win this one going away 62-18. Say thanks to sponsors of tonight's action. Those sponsors, the Sand Hills State Bank, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Monster Brew of Hay Springs, Security First Bank, Physical Therapy West, and Modern Farm Equipment of Gordon. Say thanks to those fine sponsors. Thanks a lot for joining us tonight. Tune in tomorrow night for more football action as the Gordon Rushville Mustangs take on the Shadron Cardinals from Gordon. We'll be with you, and I think in your browser on your viewer, you can probably see the upcoming broadcast schedule and the broadcast times listed there to the right of your viewer, I believe. Make sure to tune in and join us. Thanks a lot for being with us. From Hay Springs, I'm Clint Anderson, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Your final score from Hay Springs, it's the Hay Springs Hawks 62 and the Crawford Rams 18.